When there's a financial crisis, you probably don't expect people to celebrate, especially not at your expense. But that's what 10 Investigates uncovered at the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections. Investigative reporter Paul Aker joins us with what he's found.
Paul? Jerry, no doubt many correction workers have dangerous jobs and work hard at them. Still, critics say that doesn't justify paying them tens of thousands of dollars for just one celebration on state time. But it happened, and 10 Investigates is exposing it. Inside Ohio's ivory capital, the color of the year is red, as in red ink. Just 1 month ago, the governor forecasted a $7 billion state budget deficit.
The result of a collapse or a near collapse of our national economy.
Governor Strickland wants a federal budget bailout from President-elect Obama. Times are so tough. The state's already laid off more than 200 correction workers, and there's talk of closing up to 6 prisons. So with the prison budget so bleak, you'd probably think the Department of Corrections has cut every sliver of fat. Certainly it wouldn't be paying employees to party. That's probably what you'd think, until you see what 10 Investigates has discovered. In early December, just as top state officials were bemoaning the woes of the budget, this parking lot at the Ohio Expo Center was filling up with state plates. Turns out correction workers drove from all over Ohio to take part in a year-end celebration. And why not? They were getting paid for it. So 10 Investigates decided to drop in. We took in an undercover camera to find out what kind of work was taking place. We found the gathering, called the Year-End Review. Looks like quite a bit of fun. Still, correction officials say this is an employee recognition event and bristle at the term party. But take a look for yourself. Ribs, hors d'oeuvres, pictures, and plenty of good times. So what's wrong with an end-of-year celebration? Not everyone's laughing. While inmates catered and correction workers held fundraisers to pay for all of the trimmings, the state is picking up the tab for employee pay. How much? 10 Investigates obtained a list of state workers who attended the gathering. We found more than 800 turned out. The state says it paid up to 3 hours of wages to attend, plus commute time. So we looked up the wages of those who showed up and found for the hours of work lost, the state paid roughly $60,000 in wages.
A Christmas party? A holiday season party? No, you can't be entitled to that.
Taxpayer watchdog David Hansen questions the wisdom of paying employees to celebrate.
But did it have to happen on state time? State time is very valuable because I pay for it, and you pay for it, and the people watching this program pay for it.
So what's the governor have to say? Well, he was there. We caught up with him in a State House hallway as he answered reporters' questions about the budget. Why was it wise to attend that party and have 800 state employees go to a party on 3 hours of state time, not to mention commute time?
Well, it was more than a party. It was an employee recognition event, and I make no apology. And I think it's quite appropriate for morale and for recognition purposes to have folks come together.
Isn't there value in boosting morale?
Value in boosting morale, of course there is, and nobody did escape from prison. But who really works for who here? Whose morale is being improved among the taxpayers?
The Department of Correction holds a few other similar events during the year, although those are typically have less employees that go. The governor says he won't consider cutting back on the events because they're too valuable to morale. Remember to contact 10 Investigates with your tips about fraud, waste, or corruption. Email us by going to 10tv.com and navigate to the 10 Investigates page. For 10 Investigates, I'm Paulie.
Alright, so, my personal opinion on this, I'm going to have to say that I'm a diehard Democrat, as most of you know. And as most of you know, I worked on the Obama campaign. I met with Governor Strickland several times. I met with Barack Obama several times. I met with both of them at the same time on several occasions. And this actually came up in conversation, not about the party, but about cutting back and closing some of the prisons. And I remember there's a few others there with us at the time, and Governor Strickland, somebody asked Governor Strickland if he was going to close some prisons. He said, well, if it comes to that, we're going to have to. And they said, well, so-and-so I know is a state worker, but yet they receive a $50 Walmart gift certificate, and then when they come to a Christmas party, and all their kids that they bring, or their grandkids, get $10 gift certificates. Now this I know is true because my grandma used to work for the state until she retired. And when she had custody of me, I went to a Christmas party with her once. It wasn't the kind of party that was just showed, but it was a party that was held at her work. And I walked out of there with a $10 Walmart gift certificate card, as well as 5 of the other grandkids that was with us. And my grandma walked out with a $50 gift card, as well as all the other state workers and all their kids. And let me tell you, there was a lot of kids there. There was every bit of 100 kids there, and well over, probably 200 state workers. Do the math. I mean, maybe giving them, maybe a couple vacation hours, like something that's not going to cost us, an extra sick day where they don't get paid, but they can still take that sick day leave but not get paid for it. Something that doesn't cost the state nothing, like money. Or give them an IOU to where they can find a buddy who wants to work their hours for them, and then they make an arrangement with the state, and that buddy gets paid for those hours that they actually covered. Something like that. Parties like this is total nonsense, and I love Governor Strickland as he is a personal friend of mine. But with his comment on this, I'm upbrought, and I think it's ridiculous that he would comment such a nasty comment, that he doesn't regret it, and he's not sorry, and he's not going to apologize. He needs to apologize, and this party needs to be no longer. They no longer need to have this party. It's a waste of money. $60,000 on a party, and then on top of that, inmates doing the dirty work by cooking their food and stuff. If I was one of those inmates, I would have poisoned their food. Don't think I wouldn't. Heck, you got all the correction officers working there. You got the governor there. You would, well, they'd knock out most of the powerful people in the correction world that's in the state of Ohio. They would, I don't even want to think about it. Anyways, I think this is a waste of time, and the party needs to be canceled. Long story short. Make sure you guys subscribe and check back for more 10 TV and Derek Dances. Talk to you later.